the JWHL playoffs on JWHL.org and YouTube. I'm Jamie Scavato as we get set to begin the final round robin U-19 game here on rink number 2. And it is between the Boston Shamrocks and the Balmoral Hall Blazers as it is now officially underway. We will tell you about what's going on with the standings here in just a moment. It's one of those deals where it's going to be tough for Balmoral Hall, the number 2 overall seed, to sneak in to the semifinals. They're going to have to win this game by a lot. And just to put in a quick explanation as to how things are working right now, currently Pacific is sitting on top as the number 1 seed in Pool B with 6 points. Ottawa is in second with 6 points as well. Pacific with a +5 point differential. Ottawa with a +4. Now, Balmoral Hall has 3 points. Will end up with 6 points with a regulation win here over Boston, who does not have any points at the moment. But a -3 point differential for Balmoral Hall, it means that they're going to have to win by 8, essentially, to get back to where they're at. Can that be done? Who knows? Either way, we're going to be looking at one heck of a hockey game here, as it's just been great. The last one we just saw was Ridley College, 3-2 win over the Washington Pride. Ridley College will move on to the semifinals as the number 2 seed out of Group A, in all likelihood, depending on what happens with the North American Hockey Academy in their closing game. Meanwhile, Boston on the move, getting a nice shot from the slot, and that one is brushed aside. The attempt by Hudanish, Jocelyn Hudanish. And the shot was saved by Megan Schroeder. Meanwhile, the puck gets behind the net, where it is stopped up along the near side here. And it is pushed out by Janae Cockerell. Cockerell passing across for Cranville. And it eventually works its way all the way down to the other end of the ice, where Bryn White, who gets the start in goal, is minding the net for the Shamrocks. So offensively, you're looking at Chara Esposito along the end board. She's joined by Aiden Roberts. Back towards the point as the puck comes loose. Chased down by the assistant captain, Kanisha Miswagon. And it goes right back into the zone for Boston. Also out there, Ashlyn Zaharia. As we'll get an icing call here, and it'll go back to the other end. So again, this will round up or wrap up the round robin action from the U-19 bracket, the major junior bracket here on rink number 2. Of course, one other game going on rink number 1, and that will, when that's complete, we will have the semifinals set. And those semifinals will begin later this afternoon. Actually, the consolation round will also be beginning here on rink number 2 immediately after this game is complete. As the puck is picked up by Dana Akers, goes off to the side. You got Akers out there with Bun Trishelle. Also Haley Modlin getting in there. Modlin getting tied up as it's knocked out by Olivia Savar. And now it's down to the far side. Trishelle pushes it across. Bun Trishelle. And taking a shot, and it goes wide, was Karine Sandilands. Now on the move with it, it's Kaylee Cataret. Cataret to the end boards. Out in front, it's Valtour in front of the goal. And Valtour passes it back to the blue line. Shot taken wide to the left, Karam off to the side. Valtour will chase it around. And you got Valtour, Alex Robertson out there as well. Kaylee Cataret back towards the blue line as she's heading towards the puck. Got a stick on it, poked it back in for Nancy Benedict. Benedict now, left circle, takes the shot. That one pushed aside by Schroeder. Line change here for the Shamrocks. Blazers now on the move with it. Puck off the end boards. Trishelle getting to it. Puck flutters up and down, and that's Taylor Markstein will stop for a moment with it. Push back to the blue line. Collected by Hannah Labby. And now it's Thiessen. Had it for a moment. Back for Trushell. Trushell working her way around. Pass up for Labby. Now skating back with it, it's Thiessen. Far side, backhand back in by Trushell. And it's covered up by Schroeder. Stops the clock with 16 to go in the first period. No score yet between Boston and Balmoral Hall. Again, just telling you about the schedule here. This is what we'll have on Rink 2 coming up after this one. We will have the first consolation game for the U-19 bracket. It'll be between the two third-place teams from either side. It will be Washington out of Group A, and out of Group B, it very well may be this very same team playing back-to-back games. Meanwhile, covering it up at the other end is Bryn White. So that would be an interesting dynamic. As we look at the replay here, basically the winner of this game, in all likelihood, will be playing immediately after this on this rink, or at least that's according to the schedule that I'm looking at, which is not the easiest thing to do. And then later on here, we'll get one of the first semifinals of the U-16 bracket. And that will feature the top seed out of the Group A, North American Hockey Academy Red. Or actually, sorry, we'll get back to this other stuff here in the action here. We'll clear up the bracket later. I know right now it's really all about the two teams that are currently playing on the ice. And we will let those two teams do that. Not that anything we do is going to stop them. As we get things moving here down at the other end, Nancy Benedict getting a stick on it, trying to push it out. Although the forecheck pretty good right there for Balmoral Hall. Finally works its way back down to this end of the ice as Catherine Lyon gets to it. Dumps it all the way down. Goes behind the goal. Benedict there to scoop it up. And now it's back for Sandilands. And a shot taken by Catchaway. Brought back by Balmoral Hall. Now it's Sandilands again getting in there, looking for a shot. And that one goes wide to the right side. Meanwhile, Lyon getting in there and skating around with it. Gets back to Cockerell at the blue line. Pass across for Bassett. Off the end boards. It'll be Cockerell again to get to it. Contact along the left wing boards. Sandilands trying to chase it down. Also in there's Cranbill. Cranbill along the end boards. Cockerell back at the blue line. It goes up and over her. Bassett will pick it up. So Bassett and Lyon along the right wing side. As we'll get a line change here for Balmoral Hall. Inside 13 minutes to go in the first period, or 7 minutes expired in the third period. And Balmoral Hall doing a very good job keeping the puck in Boston's zone here. Cockerell has it blocked. Picks it up, is forced to skate back, and we've got contact on those boards. It will be a body checking penalty. And it will be assessed against the Blazers as Janae Cockerell will head into the box for two. So the Shamrocks now with a power play here. First one of the morning. Balmoral Hall, one of the better power or penalty kill units here in this tournament, doing so at 88.6% in the regular season. And the puck is sent down to the far side. Bun Trushell now moving forward with it and getting it to Carteret. And coming away with it, Valtour. No shot there. You got Valtour, Carteret, Thompson for Boston. Back to the blue line, Trushell who takes the shot, and it's knocked aside. And the other to blue liner, Dina Akers. This one back to Akers now. Akers feeding it forward for Thompson. Back behind the net, it's Carteret. Now Carteret handling it, back to Akers again. Trishelle fires and kicked aside by Schroeder. Meanwhile, it's Carteret getting after it again. Cleared back to center ice. 1 minute to go in the power play. It'll be Trishelle skating back, the captain for these Shamrocks. Hands it off to a new offensive set. Haley Modlin drops it in front. It's scooped up by Bassett. And plenty of traffic here in front of our position. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Pass across, swooped in there by Roberts. Out to get to it is Matsis. Down the ice through the neutral zone. Puck is picked up by that was Markstein. Taylor Markstein now down the near side of the boards here. Clear successfully with 10 seconds to go in the power play for Balmoral Hall. Stop and a turn by Gertzen at the other end. And looking for the shot and a score by Alex Yalawega. It looked like that one was saved by Bryn White. Let's take a look at it again. Must have gone off the glove and through as you see the shot by Yalawega on the zoom. And yeah, it got a piece of the glove, but it also got the back of the net. And the Blazers are on top 1-0. .10:26 to go in the first period. And Yalawega will get down on the faceoff. Back to Thiessen. Thiessen finding Yalawega, or trying to anyway. Now coming away with it is Johnson. And Kayla Johnson gets stuck on the left side. Pass across for Savard. Takeaway out in front. Johnson looking for the opportunity, or Thompson the opportunity, goes back off the board. Now back to the near side here. Valtour was trying to get some work done with it. Yalawega now on the move with it again. Backhand goes across. Another attempt coming here. Shot by Savard. No good. Savard, one of the most prolific scorers for this team. She is the leader with 19 points, 13 assists, 35 points for her. This one back to Bassett in the neutral zone. The push forward off the end boards. Chased down by Akers. And now Cockerell back on the ice. We'll get some personnel changing up here. Kudanish stopped at the blue line. Believe an offside call here. 9:27 to go in the first. St. Lance will get down on the face-off opposite Hudanish. Cockerell now on the move. Sends it all the way down the ice. Kicked aside by White. Now puck back around for Benedict, who tries to get it free here for Boston. The Shamrocks looking for a clear and an opportunity, leading this one 1-0. Trailing 1-0. Now on the move, it's Hudanish. Looks for the shot. Schroeder able to get on top of it, stopping the clock with 8:57 to go. So offensively, we'll face off in the right circle here in front of the Balmoral Hall net. Forwards for Boston, Thompson, Carteret, and Robertson. Back to the blue line between Akers and Trishelle. And Akers will pick it up. Trishelle will get back. Back for Thompson. Skating her way around. One time in the slot. Carteret nearly put it away. Now Thompson picks it up on the forecheck. The intercepted pass. Back to the blue line. Thompson has to go, and everyone's coming back. Now Thompson across. We do have an offside call, as not able to get back in time was Robertson. 8:30 to go as we get set to face off here. First period, Balmoral Hall leading 1-0. Puck drops and away we go. Takeaway by the Chargers. Basin taken down. And now here comes Boston again. This time with Carteret. Shoots into the glove of Schroeder. Stops the clock. As you've got Yalawega Savar. Yalawega heading back to the bench. Actually a fresh line coming out now. As Cockrell and Bassett will be the defenders. It'll be Aiden Roberts. Ashlyn Zaharia. Also joining the fray on top. Nearly put away on the left side there by Boston. And you have Gertson as well up the middle, but that one getting to White first, and she covers it up with 7:55 to play. Those deals where you thought maybe Gertson breaking away down the middle was going to be an opportunity, but the puck was way too out in front, ended up getting put on net instead. As off the face-off, we now travel to the left side. Gertson trying to chase it down. Roberts was hanging out in front there for a moment. Cockerell now on the right wing boards. Gertson skating backwards here, trying to catch up to the Shamrocks, who are on the move with Hudanich. Hudanich left circle, side of the net, no good. And now coming away with it, it's Zaharia. Zaharia puts it on net from the red line, and we will get a stoppage at 7:21 remaining. And we'll also get a line change. Get Cranbill, Thiessen out there defensively. Also Misswagon joining in. And it goes back to Misswagon at the blue line. As we get a whistle. Even offside, it might have gone back behind the blue line, and indeed that was the case. By the way, Cranbill, Sandilands, the forwards along with Lavender. Now Cranbill moving in with it. Got a hook jersey here, no penalty call. I think the Boston bench was looking for one there. Wide open on the right side, unable to make it happen. As Valtour taking out Lyon at the knees, and she will favor herself back to the bench. No penalty there either as we approach 6.5 minutes to go in the first period. On the far side, Savar loses the puck. And it's Boston now with an attack here with Modlin. Back to the blue line. Trishelle. Trishelle fires. That was blocked by Savar as she headed back to the bench. Now Ayers going across for Trishelle. That one put towards the net. This one fed out. Wide open in the crease. Defense converges. Brushed aside. Meanwhile, Akers loses it. Trying to chase it down. Yalawega already one goal for her today. 6 minutes to go. And they had a line change in there as well. Personnel coming out. Levander. Back to the far side. Levander, one of the last defenders left, gets a stick on it towards that blue line. Scooped up by Carteret. Carteret hanging on. Levander doing battle with Carteret in that left wing corner. Puck bounces past Nancy Benedict into the neutral zone. 5.5 minutes to go. And it is Benedict coming into contact with Dinnan. And now off with the puck, it is Zaharia. On that left wing side, left circle, takedown. Still 1-0. Balmoral Hall is on top of Boston here. And the puck is back for Labby. Although Bassett now working it up along the boards here. It's taken away by Hudanich. Hudanich puts it up and over the crossbar. Hard contact with the net, comes off its moorings. Everyone appears to be all right. Good sportsmanship there as well. Everyone kind of checking on each other. 4:51 to play in the first. So we will face off. It will be Hudanish opposite Dinnan. And off the face-off, it gets to the right side. Back along the end boards, it's pushed out by Misswagen. Misswagen and Savar through the neutral zone. Savar picks it up in the slot, although taken away from her by Akers. Akers gets it through. Misswagen goes down. Now it's a break for Maudlin, left circle. Defenders get back. Thiessen there to back up the player who was down. Meanwhile, you get another Shamrock down on the ice on the far side. Virtually a skater down now are the Shamrocks. Savar moving in, rolls it through towards the net, and it goes behind and off to the side. Thiessen at the blue line picking it up. She grabs it, has it taken away from her. Pickpocket there by Carteret. Carteret goes down, however, and we will get a penalty here. Nice sticking will be the penalty. Or tripping, rather. The exact opposite of high sticking. And an easy call to make. As Thiessen will head to the box, and Boston will get its second power play opportunity of the first period. 4:04 to go. And it's Gertzen off the jump here, getting it into the Boston zone right away, so shorthanded. The Chargers effective, or Blazers effective. Now that one's shot by Valtour. It goes into the right wing corner. Getting on top of things is Bassett, now back at the blue line. Trishelle. Backhand gets loose, out for Valtour. Now it's Kayla Thompson. Thompson behind the net. In there with Catchaway. Puck is back, shot is on, and it is blocked by, I believe that was Cranbill getting it, and she got all of it as she is heading back to the bench immediately. Meanwhile, break at the other end. Markstein trying to stop that break for Balmoral Hall. Passes up for Maudlin. Stick still on the ice. Maudlin now working in, takes the shot. That one wide to the right, nearly found its way through for a power play goal. Inside 1 minute to go in this second Boston power play of the period. Bounces through, that got the post. Now Labby passing across for Hudanish. Hudanish around Labby, back past the blue line. Chasing it is Markstein. 30 seconds to go in this second power play. Stick still on the ice. Akers loses it. Misswagen picks it up. And it's loose in front of Schrader, and helping Schrader cover it up there is Catchaway. So we will face off in the right circle here. 2:25 to go. And off the face-off, it's collected by Misswagen. Misswagen has Sandilands to her left. Another shorthanded push here, and we will get another penalty, this time against Boston. A tripping call ends the Boston power play as Benedict will go into the box. And that one was, well, I guess you could say it was plain as day as Sandilands was taken down. This will be the first power play of the morning for the Blazers. .2:12 to go in the first period. 9 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. Then we will get a power play for Balmoral Hall. Boston will move it down with Carteret and get things to the other end of the ice, although we do have an offsides call here. Or no, was the net off its more, or was that an offside? That's an offside. Thought maybe something came loose down by Schroeder there. So now we've got the face-off on the other side of the blue line. It is now a power play officially for the Blazers. And off the face-off, it's immediately sent down to the other end of the ice. So into the zone go the Blazers here on the power play. Savard tried to block the clear from going through. It is picked up by Denon now. Working around with it is Savard. Passing across for Gertson. Back for Roberts. Back for Misswagen. And it's cleared by the Shamrocks. 90 seconds to go in the period, 1:20 to go in the power play. Gallowega has it taken away, short-handed opportunity, kicked aside on the attempt by Modlin. A second shot is stopped by Schroeder. Back-to-back short-handed shots for Boston. Kayla Thompson came in with the other one. As Modlin was denied, and then here comes Thompson off the rebound, and she was also denied. .105 to go in the power play. Immediately off the faceoff, Boston puts it on net again, and Schroeder will stop the clock again with 1:13 to go. Off the faceoff, it is back to the blue line. Esposito tapping it off for Sandilands, working her way down. Sandilands gets it around, and Zahari going to try and chase it. Gets it into that left corner. Passes back to the blue line for Thiessen. Thiessen now off to the right side. Shot is on. It goes wide to the left side. Inside the final minute of the period here as we come up on 30 seconds to go. Thiessen passing it across. Zahari trying to get something done with it. Unable to do so. Sandilands will pick it up. Go back to Zahari at the circle. Now Thiessen walking it at the blue line. Back for Zaharia. Now Sandilands. Zaharia denied. Second attempt. That coming from Cockerill. Also blocked. And it's loose in front. Shot taken by Thiessen. No good. Thiessen has Cockerill to the right. Takes the shot instead. And the save by White. Power play expiring here. 13 seconds to go in the period. Puck comes loose. It is cleared away, and I think that's going to be an icing. No icing called. 5 seconds to go. Contact. Both players going into the boards there. This one was put right out in front of the goal, and it's too late for anything to be done with it. Time expiring here in the first period. 1-0. Balmoral Hall on top here as we head into period number 2 in this final round robin U-19 game at rink number 2 in Cairns Arena in South Burlington. We will take a very short break and then immediately return to the action here on the ice. You are watching the JWHL playoffs on JWHL.org and YouTube. And welcome back to the JWHL playoffs. JWHL.org and YouTube. Boston Shamrocks, Balmoral Hall Blazers. Second period about to start here. Balmoral Hall on top by a score 1-0. As we switch sides of the ice. Of course, no intermission between the first and second periods during this tournament. We will have an intermission after the second period is complete. Balmoral Hall going to need to score a lot of goals if it wants to get into the semifinals here. regardless, the team that's played very well all season, only 5 losses on the season, didn't have a tough loss to open up the tournament yesterday. And that has kind of sealed their fate here, at least in terms of point differential. Right now, again, it is Pacific sitting on top of Group B, the number 3 seed overall, the number 6 overall seed, Ottawa. Right now, the 2nd seed in Group B with that +4 point differential. North American Hockey Academy looks like will be the top seed out of Group A, the top seed overall, and then Ridley College, the number 4 overall seed, also looking like they will, by chalk, move on to the semifinals as well with their win just earlier this morning against the Washington Pride. Contact right along the blue line, no whistle there as we get the action continuing here. Boston looking for a shot, that one wide, and gets all the way to the other side of things. Dina Akers trying to get to it, and we have a slashing penalty coming up here. As we see the replay on that call. And off the face-off, it's off to the right side. Puck falls down in front of Thiessen. Chasing it is Gertzen. Or sorry, chasing it Benedict. Now it comes out for Gertzen. Now it's out for Valtour. Charging in, right side. Thompson is there. Thompson and Valtour. Also in there, Cataret. Back to the blue line for Benedict. Benedict sends it in. Puck drops down, taken away by Balmoral Hall. All the way down across the goal line. Out of the net comes Bryn White. As this power play continues for Balmoral Hall, it is the Blazers' 2nd power play of the morning. Cataret now trying to get some shorthanded work done offensively here. Back out for Maudlin. Now Truchel. Back to the right side, shot on net. Maudlin was trying to maybe get a rebound there, if anything kicked out for any action. Instead it is cleared away. All the way down to the other side here. Or actually, sorry, this is a Boston power play. I got that backwards. I've been talking for too many hours straight this weekend. Now moving in, it is Valtour looking for the opportunity. Valtour is there with Hudanish. Backhand off the boards for Labby. Now across the blue line for Truchel. Truchel feeding it. Labby the carom. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Boston trying to find an equalizer here. It finds its way back for Benedict, who shoots. Knocked aside by Schroeder. Power play expires. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Puck gets through the neutral zone. It is stopped by Savard. And the clock stops 3 minutes and 15 seconds here into the second period. We'll get everybody set up here personnel-wise. Face-off will be between Thiessen and Yalowega. And Yalowega gets the win on him. Iswagen picks it up, skates around the blue line. Back to Dinnan. Now around for Gertzen, or actually for Yalowega, feeding it across. Yalowega has the goal for Balmoral Hall in this one. And now down the ice with it. And skating freely, moving inside the slot, looking for an opportunity was Cataret. Nice turn away by Schroeder. Now it's right up the middle of the ice. On the attack, it's Savard. Savard backhand, stopped by White. Meanwhile, hard contact, incidental after the whistle. Nearly knocking the helmet off Dina Akers. Akers is all right, laughing it off here. It was an inadvertent elbow from Savar on the attack there. No penalty on the play, as, again, it was one of those things where sometimes people just run into each other. It's hockey. Sandilands off the faceoff. Opposite Hudanish. Puck passed across, and it is picked up by Modlin, who charges down the left wing side. Modlin in there with Hudanish. And Labby also in the fray. Labby on the end boards. Hudanish is there, comes out. Modlin is out as well. Trishelle along the blue line. Akers at the other point. 4.5 minutes into the second period. And a takedown behind the net results in another penalty. That will be a hooking call. As you kind of take a look at it on the replay here. And I'm trying to see who that is. That's going against Cockerell. Or actually, no, sorry, that's going against Labby. It'll be a Boston penalty. A Balmoral Hall power play. Third one of the day for the Blazers, who now have the skater advantage and a chance to go up, an opportunity to go up 2-0 here. Passes across for Thiessen, who works it in. Skating around the net. Back now for Zaharia. Thiessen shoots in the slot, knocked away. Kurtzen was in front, or still in the crease, camped out to get anything down low. Meanwhile, Boston looking for the clear, not getting it. Zaharia the steal, looked for the shot, and it is saved by White. Zaharia back along the boards. Thiessen now stopping it up. Zaharia picks it up again. Cockerell open in the right circle. Back for Thiessen. Thiessen shoots. That one deflected around. And putting it away is Sandilands. Puck kicked out to the left side. And Corinne Sandilands found it and scooted it in the left post for a 2-0 advantage. A power play goal for the Blazers. 8 goals for Sandilands in the regular season. Has one here. It's 2-0. Balmoral Hall on top. As the point differential now for the Blazers down to -1, or down to -1. Contact on the far side. 14.5 minutes to go in the second. That point differential is going to make all the difference if the Blazers win this game in regulation. How much do they win by? It's going to have to be a pretty tough swing to get into that next spot that's currently occupied by Ottawa, and we have a injured player on the ice. And that is Chelsea Dinnan, who's staying down and not getting up, as we will sort of pause in the action here. Stopping the clock with 14:21 to go. And Dinnan, one of the top scorers for this team, 12 goals, 15 assists. And of course, safety is the thing that you worry about at this point. I'm not sure what specifically the injury was, but we will hang on to it here. And now they will help Dinnan off the ice. And she will be assisted. Taken care of. She's able to walk off the bench under her own power. These kids are tough, I'll tell you what. .14:21 on the clock as we will get back to the action here in the second period between the Blazers and Shamrocks. face-off in front of the Blazers' goal. It is covered up by Schroeder. Stops the clock here with 14:15 to play. Face-off now back to the blue line. Puck is around, and it's knocked free. And here come the Blazers offensively with Savar. Gertzen in the middle. Puck is loose. Shot taken and buried by Savar. It's 3-0 Blazers. Off the rebound once again. Things are starting to get interesting. The point differential for this team is now at 0. The magic number is 4. The score is 3-0. It's going to have to be a huge win for the Blazers, and they're on their way to be able to come away with things here, or to advance to the semifinal. It is possible, but it's going to be tough. They're not playing only the Shamrocks here. They're playing against basically Ottawa and Pacific, and the number of goals that those two teams have won by. And this one is picked up by Sandilands across the blue line. Into the slot, left circle, shoots. That one bounces up and over White, as we will get a call here, and hooking will be the call. And this one's going against Boston. Into the box goes Nancy Benedict. Another power play, 2 minutes on the clock. And one more goal here will put this Blazers team on pace to get into the semis with a 4-0 lead. Less than halfway through the game. Yalawega. Now through for Misswagen. Pushes it across. Denon back on the ice after going down earlier. And now back to the blue line for Misswagen. Puts it in and scores! It's 4-0. That one was redirected, or was it? See who leads the line. Indeed, it was Misswagen leading the way. And she's got a goal here. And the Blazers are rolling here with another power play goal. Four to nothing off the power play score. Again, to reiterate, Pacific and Ottawa are already in the clubhouse in Group B with 6 points apiece. Pacific is a +5, Ottawa's a +4. Meanwhile, Balmoral Hall with 3 points coming into this one as a -3. But right now, they're a +1. Now Zaharia scores! Sandilands got it in front. It's 5-0. And now you can mark the Blazers down as a +2. Gotta take a look at that. If you saw that again, unbelievable. How that one kind of found its way into the crease and into the back of the net. So now with 12:10 to go in the second period, the Blazers are 2 goals away from tying Ottawa in the Group B standings. And we will get a timeout on the ice here. So something that seemed unlikely when this game started in terms of being able to sort of power their way into the semifinals has now become a very distinct possibility. But of course, the Boston Shamrocks are going to have something to say about that in their attempt to play spoiler here. The number 2 overall seed, the Blazers, just had that tough one to start the tournament off, losing by a rough margin there, then bouncing back to win. I don't know how they ended up in this predicament here. But right now, they're writing their own story, knowing they needed to win a hockey game by 8, and they are on their way to doing just that, possibly. And off the face-off, we continue. Puck is back. Dinnan will pick it up. Or actually, sorry, Valtour will pick it up, passing it back for Trishelle. Robertson now with it. Savard picking it up. White still in goal for Boston, by the way. Puck comes loose. It is knocked down by Thompson. And now Trishelle handling it into that left circle. Working her way in. Takeaway by the Blazers. And we've got a tripping penalty. Hasn't exactly been the smoothest of second periods here in many different regards. Already 4 goals in the period for the Blazers, as we have Esposito going into the box for tripping. Boston power play here. And a goal for Boston will deflate that moment, or put a halt to that momentum a little bit here. You know the Shamrocks would like to keep the Blazers out of the semis. Benedict. Back around into the corner. Markstein. And also got to remind you that a loss here means that you're playing next. If you're Balmoral Hall. Meanwhile, a loss for Boston moves them into the game of dueling 4s. That'll be at 3:30. And that will, in all likelihood, be a contest between Boston and the New England Hockey Club. That'll take place over on rink 1. But of course, this one is not done yet. 1 minute to go in the power play. Contact on the other side of the blue line. Akers picks it up on the right side. Skates her way around. Looks to get something done out front. Thompson was there, but it ended up going to the left side. Now back at the blue line. Trishelle waiting. The feed is to the net instead. Now Trishelle will move forward into the circle, as the Blazers will look for a clear here, but instead it gets back to the neutral zone. Cataret now getting to it. Cataret is there with Valtour. Valtour from the circle shoots. That one goes wide, and it's off to the left side. Meanwhile, this one's sent down through the neutral zone. Back to the end here. Out to get the puck is White. And with 30 or inside 20 seconds to go, one last push here for the Shamrocks. Passed up for Labby. Labby through for Modlin. And now it's back to the neutral zone again. Labby picks it up again. 5 seconds to go. And the power play expires. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. And we're also back to the puck coming back in our direction here. Hayden Roberts there. Passes off for Gertzen. Gertzen behind the net, fed out front. Looked like she was looking for Lyon, unable to get it. Dinnan getting a stick on it as well. Now on the move, it's Hudanish. And Hudanish over the blue line. Now to the right circle, towards the slot. Shot taken, that one wide to the right, nearly put away by Modlin. Now through the neutral zone, it's Savard on the move. Open look, takes the shot, scores! It's 6-0 off the turnover. And if you're keeping track at home, don't look now, but the Blazers are at +3. Mind you, just to remind you, Ottawa with 6 points is at +4. And now heading down the ice with it. Puck goes into the corner here. Goes back out, puck to the right side. And a pile up on that right side as it is sent down the ice. And we'll get a whistle here. 7.5 minutes to go. Running clock now with the score at 6-0. So now you're battling the clock as well as battling the Shamrocks, as well as battling the point differential for your other teams. Needless to say, a bit of a wacky scenario here for Balmoral Hall, the number 2 overall seed. And of course, Ottawa is the team to watch here, as it was Pacific that came up with a 4-0 win earlier. Another shot, that one is saved. So for Balmoral Hall, it was a 4-0 loss to the Pacific Steelers to start things on Friday, or yesterday. And a 2-1 win over the Ottawa Lady 67s. Now we're inside, so the tiebreaker in that regard, the Blazers have. And with a 6-0 lead, Cockerell picking it up right circle. Getting behind the net, trying to work her way around. It would have been a tall order to make the semifinals here, and with a full period plus to try and get that couple extra goals, and then of course having an opponent in your way that's not the opponent you're trying to get over in the standings. It's a tall order, it's a tough challenge. So far these Blazers have been up to it. Passes out for Zaharia. Sandilands now, end boards. Working it back around here. Benedict getting the stop on. Can these Shamrocks play spoiler here? And force these Blazers to play back-to-back games. Benedict behind. Tied up with Sandilands. Shot taken, deflects away. Misswagen gets the carom. And now Boston will bring it up offensively. Inside 5.5 to go. Akers was there for a moment. Stick getting on things here. As Zudanish tried to work it. Now back to the near side, put towards the net by Sandilands, and it will go off to the left wing side. That's where Lyons got it. Lyons is in there with Gertzen. Gertzen and Lyons together, now back, fed in. And the shot by Yalawega covered up by White, who has had to make a number of tough saves here this morning. So we'll get the face-off now, approaching 4.5 minutes to go. Again, running clock here at rink 2. And the puck goes up and over the glass and out of play. Clock is now approaching 4 minutes as the official looking for a puck here. That ate a few more seconds off the clock. Yalawega off the face-off, losing it to the Shamrocks here. Collected by Markstein. Markstein pinned up along the boards there by Savar. Misswagen shoots. That one saved by White. Back to the blue line for Misswagen again, who puts it on net again. That one wide to the right. Now back around for Thiessen. Thiessen is there. Huge hit on Yalawega into the boards. And there is no penalty coming on that. And definitely wanting a penalty off the bench. They're surprised there was no call. Savar and Misswagen coming together. Now Savar getting after it again here. Puck flutters up and down. It's caught, dropped by Markstein. Markstein tries to clear it away. It goes through the neutral zone. Chasing it is Thiessen. Also getting after it is Thompson. They both come together, and Thiessen will try and get a stick on it and pull it out. She does. as it's now stuck in that left wing corner on the far side. We have a player down here, and it will be a tripping call against Boston. As Thiessen went down, that means I believe Kayla Thompson will be the one going into the box, but the penalty coming, right there on that takedown, and tripping will be the call. Maybe a makeup call, because I'm not so sure. That looked incidental, but then again, you had the contact that could have been a hitting from behind call on the boards over here, so that might have been one of those things that, hey, evens the score a little bit. Clock running now, 3 minutes to go. Power play for the Blazers here. And now it's Gertzen pushing it out. Sandilands chasing it down, getting after it. Carteret. Sandilands is in the corner. Zaharia is there. The pass is back for Carteret. Cockrell losing it for a moment, but getting back to the blue line. Cockrell now on the move. Into the right circle. Getting off to that right corner. Skating her way around. Looking around. Putting it on net. Deflects out wide into the slot. Not cleared successfully. Thiessen the stop. Stayed on the right side of the blue line, at least the puck did, and now the Shamrocks come with a clear. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the period, approaching the final minute of this power play. Fourth power play for the Blazers, and it goes all the way down to White. This one around the boards. Back behind Savar. Into the neutral zone, Thiessen picks it up. Inside 1 minute to go in the power play. Now working it around is Alex Robertson trying to get it back in, clearing it through. Modlin has it stopped up along the boards. And the Blazers come out with it here. Cockerell feeding it forward. Gives the puck to Savar. Savar over the blue line. Gets to the circle. Passes it across to Denon. Now back to Savar again. Misswagon. Fire. And Yalowega nearly getting in there. The puck goes into the net. That's going to go out of play here. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Mind you, the clock is going to keep running, so time running out fast. 10 seconds to go in the power play, so that will expire here shortly. Boston not in any rush to get players out on the ice. No, you can't blame them. As we hit the final minute of the second period, it's a 6-0 game. It's a 6-0 game that can still essentially be a loss for Balmoral Hall if they can't get 2 more goals. Or sorry, 1 more goal actually. Now that they're sitting at +3. This one knocked down, and on the move with it, it's Denon. Inside 30 seconds to go, Denon around for Savar. Savar tied up with Misswagon. Pass goes back out for Roberts, trying to put it through White. Puck is still loose. Yalowega back for Savar. Shoots. Too many bodies in the way. 10 seconds to go in the second period. Puck goes through the neutral zone. It's collected by Carteret. Carteret works her way around. Clock hits 0. Second period ends. Well, boy, we got some fireworks here on rink number 2. Balmoral Hall had a big mountain to climb to try and get back into the semifinal picture, but now sit just 1 point shy of cracking the tiebreaker with Ottawa. 6-0 the score after 2. We'll hit the intermission and come back with period number 3 in just a little bit. You're watching the JWHL playoffs on JWHL.org and YouTube.
Washington's in the next game, so it'll be Ottawa and Washington. Who's home and who's the rest? Yeah, it'll be Ottawa. I got a feeling. Well, if they don't score 1 more goal.
But see, you know, the point system and in a tournament, mercy rule kind of works.
Are you guys trying to figure out the semis there?
Yeah, you're down by 1. That's, right?
Yeah, so we need 2 more goals to move on to the semis.
Is it 2? I think it's
It's actually, it's two. So the, the thought is it's 7, but it's a 3-way tie between us, Pacific, and Ottawa.
Yeah.
So it goes into goal differential. It doesn't matter what
Oh,
we
right,
get.
so you gotta get over,
They
yeah.
take goals. So
So
2
then
more
you
we're
would
in.
play again right away?
If we don't get those 2 goals, then we play right after, like, the next game. Not fun.
wacky.
The whole tournament's kind of wacky, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. They already have 16 ready to go. Why don't they let them play and let them rest a game or two? You know?
I think it was unlikely that
I suppose you got a point there, you know, that,
unlikely that they would have ended up with this.
but it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, no problem. Well, then they were running clock too, so it's like,
Yeah, everything's going
well,
again.
at least it makes a game that's a blowout exciting.
Yeah.
did you get that? I wrote up the name. What are the names?
I bet you Erica put it there.
No, it was right there.
The whole game?
Erica the Starting line, Riddle Henry. Fucking pulling all the trick plays out of our butts right now.
Every time I
That was Coach Boots.
Yeah, I have the mic up.
Okay, good.
off?
No, it's up. I turned it up.
And that was Coach Boots. What did she say?
Here, I'll turn it down.
The microphone is like right.
And welcome back to the JWHL playoffs on JWHL.org and broadcast live on YouTube. I'm Jamie Scavato. Balmoral Hull Blazers taking on the Boston Shamrocks. Blazers on top by a score of 6-0. Although the Blazers are not only competing with the Shamrocks right now, they're competing with, well, a host of other factors. As if things ended right now, it would be a three-way tie in points in Group B. Pacific has 6 and currently sits with the 1 seed. Ottawa is currently the 2 seed in Group B with 6 points. Balmoral Hall right behind, also with 6 points in third. But it's all about the point differential at this point, and of course, the tiebreaker between Ottawa and Balmoral Hall as the Blazers came up with the win over the Lady 67s yesterday. But now what has to happen is the Blazers need, with a running clock, at least 2 goals to advance to the semifinals. And of course, that has to come without the Shamrocks scoring anything. So the Blazers are taking on 3 different factors right now. 1, their opponent in the Shamrocks. You got to keep the Shamrocks from scoring. 2, you got a running clock. Time is of the essence. And 3, of course, you got to score a couple more times. All of that has to happen in order for the Blazers to get to the semifinals. It was a 5-goal second period that got us to the point where we're at with a running clock here in the third. And after that, well, we'll see. If the Blazers do not manage to advance to the semifinals, they will be playing immediately after this game is done. Well, not immediately. There might be a little bit of a break here thanks to the running clock, but you get my drift. As now we get to the action right here in front of us. Bassett banks one off the near boards, and it's sent all the way down to the other end of the ice. No icing on the call. It's scooped up. My dear now put through. All the way to the other end now. 1 minute expired here in the third. Tap by Catchaway. Sandilands chasing it down. Getting it into the end boards here. Loose puck for Lyon. Lyon scoops it out. Picked up, right circle, Sandilands. The shot scores! It's 7-0. And another goal for Sandilands, her second of the game. And the Blazers are 1 goal away from qualifying for the semifinals. And of course, the clock will continue to run. And the Blazers will only be 1 goal away from qualifying for the semifinals. Of course, that is if Boston doesn't score. So you also got to pitch a shutout here to keep things going. Whole lot of factors in what's been a wacky tournament here in Group B. Of course, the Blazers came in as the #2 overall seed. North American Hockey Academy Whitehawks will be the top seed out of Group A. And off the icing call, we'll get right back down to the other end of the ice, where we'll face off. And now off the face-off, down to the right side. Cockerell will stop it at the blue line. Puck comes loose through the neutral zone. Levander puts it up and over. Loose puck for Roberts, who is unable to get there in time. It goes to the right side. Now Roberts takes the shot. Saved by White. Gets on top of it. It's back out for Cockerell, and that one was blocked. Blocked by Labby, who sends it down the ice. And it'll be an icing call, and we'll bring it all the way to the other side. Next game will be between the 2-3 seeds, the Washington Pride. And it will either be these Blazers or the Ottawa Lady 67s. And again, that'll be the consolation game between the 2-3 seeds from Groups A and B. Now at the face-off, it's Valtour losing her stick. Thiessen will get in there, and we've got a slashing call here. And we'll see if that goes against Thiessen. Or actually, no, it's going against Dinnan, who immediately gets into the box here. And she'll sit for 2. That does stop the clock to get things set. Otherwise, we do have a running clock for the remainder of regulation. Unless Boston can put together a flurry of goals. Now 2 minutes are going to be on the clock. Boston will have a chance to make life more difficult if the Shamrocks can come up with a power play goal. 16 minutes to go in regulation. Down the ice comes Trishelle. Puts it around the other side. Off to get it is Thompson. And now Trishelle will get it again. Trishelle working it across the blue line. Puts it forward. Wide to the right side. Karam off the boards. Trishelle out front. That one also put off the near side. Shot by Thompson. Takedown by Savard. Picked up by Akers. Passing it across. Another shot. Blocked again. Savard picks it up. Flips it up and over to Yalawega. And a bunch of players going down here. Penalty coming up as the puck is collected by Misswagen. So the power play will end here, whether it expires or not. As soon as Boston gets the puck, there's the whistle. And we will get a tripping call. Now we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey for 53 seconds. And then it will be a Balmoral Hall power play. And the craziness continues here on rink 2. Face off in the left circle. It will be Zahari to get down for the Blazers. Now to the right side, Cockerell. Out to collect it, Zaharia. Trying to backhand it back into the zone. Actually now back to Zaharia. Cockerell will now back up. Thiessen to her left, the other defender. Collision in the circle. Breakaway opportunity. Shot saved by Schroeder. Now Cockerell picks it up and moves it through. Stopped by Sandilands. Moving in, left circle. Tie up. White gets on top of it. Whistle comes out. Clock continuing to run. The 4-on-4 ending here in about 5 seconds. It will be a 70-second power play for the Blazers and a chance to advance. Misswagen spins and gives it to Thiessen, or Savard. Now the pass for Dinnan. Charging in. Chaos in front. Loose puck cleared away by the Shamrocks. 50 seconds to go in the power play. Inside 14 minutes to go in regulation. Again, a running clock. Savard across for Misswagen. Collision in the neutral zone. And now back behind the net. That's where Dare is going to get it and feed it back out, although Misswagen will pick it up at the blue line. 20 seconds to go in the power play. That one is up and out of play. So that will essentially kill the power play here as everyone gets racked up for a face-off here. We'll be back at 5-on-5 hockey for the most part when play resumes, as there's only 5 seconds to go in the penalty here. And now play resumes, as does 5-on-5 hockey. Now down to Thiessen in the neutral zone. Takes the shot. It's picked off on the block. Now on the run with it, it's Cataret. Tried to center it for Valtour, unable to do so. Zaharia passing across for Gertzen. Gertzen takes the shot. That one's wide to the left. And now it's Thompson. Right side, turning, Trishelle. 12.5 minutes to go. Granville back on the ice for the Blazers. Down in front of Cockerell. And now coming away with the puck and moving it down is Valtour. Up and loose and down in front of Thiessen. Thiessen works her way around. Passing across. Roberts picks it up. It was intended for Lyon. Now it's Thiessen again. Over the blue line for over the blue line for Benedict. Inside 12 minutes to go. Picked up by Bassett. Bassett and Roberts together there for the Blazers. Bassett again stopping it at the red line before jumping it in. Now Cranville trying to chase it down. Labby is there first. Labby gets it off the boards, but it ends up staying in the zone. Now Boston able to get it out and into the neutral zone. Skating forward with it, Benedict, and we will have an offside here. So that'll bring it back. Face off here on the Balmoral Hall side of the side of the neutral zone. Boston will try and get it out of their zone again here. That one going off Thiessen's skate. Back to the end boards. Misswagen skating in, hitting it. Getting it back for Yalawaga. Now through the neutral zone again, all the way to the end boards. White getting down. She will stop it and knock it aside. Akers skating around in the corner. I don't want to get much of a stop on it here. And it will go to the right side, coming through the neutral zone. We're about halfway through the third period. The Blazers had dug themselves a hole with a tough loss to Pacific to open the tournament. They have climbed all the way back with a win over Ottawa and now 7 goals against Boston. 1 goal with a running clock separates Ottawa and Balmoral Hall. Now this one getting behind Catchaway, who will chase it down. Also giving chase is Maudlin. Catchaway picks it up. Backhand is through, goes around Nichols. Through the neutral zone, Akers chasing it down. Getting to it before Esposito could get there. Now it's back out for Roberts in the neutral zone. Backhand across, picked off by Hudanic. Catchaway near side. Plenty of contact here. More of a pileup. Gertzen getting in there. And coming away with it. It'll be Labby to chase it down. Passing across for Deere. Now it's picked up by Gertzen. Gertzen shoots and scores! And the Blazers are qualified for the semifinals for now. 8-0. The shot by Gertzen. And so now we've got an 8-0 score here, inside 8 minutes to go, and now the Blazers have got to hold off the competition here and prevent the Shamrocks from scoring. So the job is not done yet. Not by a long shot. 8:50 left on the clock as we have a timeout here. As we see the takeaway by Dana Gertson. Getting into the left side and the wrister to the far side of the goal. And if you're the Ottawa Lady 67s, you can't be happy about that. Right now, you got a situation where Balmoral Hall into the semifinals at the moment. Of course, if the Shamrocks score, that changes. Because we're talking about point differential in a three-way tie with 6 points between Pacific, Ottawa, and potentially, or likely, Balmoral Hall. And off the face-off, here come the Shamrocks. Fired on goal, stopped by Schroeder. As now, it's really going to be up to Megan Schroeder here to make sure that she can keep the Shamrocks off the board. Quick line change coming here, 8.5 minutes to go. And the face-off finds an immediate shot for Schroeder to save. Now it's Dinnan to pick it up on the far side. And a shot taken by Yalawega is saved. Yalawega getting it back to Thiessen now. Passes across for Misswagen. Misswagen puts it across the far side. 8 minutes to go. Contact with Yalawega. Now the puck is stuck on those right wing boards there. Yalawega trying to come away with it. She scored the first goal of this game. Feels like forever ago. And now it's through for Thiessen. We'll bring it across the blue line into the slot. Too many defenders in the way. Line change here. Breakaway for Boston. Even rush off the high glass and no good. Carteret and Thompson back, taking it away Cockerell, and she's off and running. Across center ice, across the St. Michael's College logo, into the glove of White, and now to the end boards. Into the corner, more personnel changing up for the Blazers. Cockerell, tripped up, no call. Contact with Levander. And now it's picked up by Cranville, who's stuck on the left wing side. Inside 7 minutes to go. Sandilands off the end boards. Puck coming free. Push back in. On the move with it, it's Labby. Dangerous situation here. Labby in the slot. Looking for the opportunity. Saved by Schroeder. And now the puck in the neutral zone. It finds its way to Cranville, who shoots. And White's got the save. Rebound is in front. Inside 6.5 to go. And we'll get a whistle here and get a face-off. Clock will continue to run. As we hit 6 minutes remaining in the third. And off the face-off, puck back to the blue line for Thiessen. Zaharia was there waiting for it. Now you got to scramble near the crease. Thiessen shoots. That one is wide to the left. Pass goes by Zaharia. And the attempt was no good there for Misswagen. Kicked aside. 5.5 to go. Misswagen collecting it. Knocked away by the defense. Boston locking things down here a little bit, or as best they can, as the clock continues to run. Approaching 5 minutes to go. Next game will be here on Rink 2. The next Rink 2 game will be at 12:15. we'll get another stoppage here. Face off now in the left circle. Boston gets it behind their own net. And that's where the puck will get pinned here. Picked up by Denon. Trying to fire it in there. Taken away by Boston. 4.5 minutes to go. Shamrocks now moving it down the ice well with Udanish. Udanish shoots that one high off the glass. Robertson will pick it up on the left side. And Denon will help get it out of there. Gets it to Savar. And it's Savar and Yalawega moving inside, taking the shot. That one wide to the left. Coming up on 4 minutes to go. That one Misswagen shot, and that one deflected away by White. Misswagen again on the left side. Passing it through, and it ends up in the neutral zone. Inside 4 minutes to go. Thiessen dumps it down to the other end. No icing. White pushes it aside. And we get the shot through here for Cockerell. Puck is picked up by Lyon. Lyon works through the neutral zone. Now the blue line. Left circle. Fires. That one goes high off the boards and the glass. No good. Now left wing side. It's back for Bassett. Puck drops. The kick there for Sandilands. 3 minutes to go. Cockerell, blue line, right circle, shoots. And it is caught by White. Clock ticks inside 3 minutes to go. And it will be Roberts off the face-off, back to Bassett at the blue line. This one knocked through for Cockerell. Cockerell takes the shot, and it's good for the goal. It's 9-0. And the Blazers are almost certainly semifinal bound. Clock continues to run with 2 minutes to play. Beginning of the game, if you looked at the standings and the point differential, you'd have said that for Balmoral Hall, it would have been, well, more than a challenge to advance to the semifinals, and the Blazers said, hold my soda. As we're now inside 90 seconds to go. Will face off in front of the Blazers net here. Final minute of regulation. And what has been probably the most exciting 9-0 hockey game you're ever going to see. Sandilands breaking away off the steal. Left circle, shoots, and wide to the right. 50 seconds to go. And the puck is stopped by Thompson, collected by Carteret, up high over the crossbar, dangerous shot. Now Thompson and Carteret coming together, back to the blue line for Trishelle. Trishelle back for Carteret, pass across for Trishelle. Now at the blue line, working it towards the corner, plenty of pushing and shoving there. Carteret will pick it up, there with Lyon in the corner. 10 seconds to go. Back to Trishelle from the point. Shoots, deflected out wide. Into the glass. 5 seconds remaining. Sandilands has it. Works her way down the ice. Time expires. And the Blazers are headed to the semifinals. An 8-goal margin of victory was required to advance. The Blazers did one better. 9-0 the final here in this final round robin game from rink number 2. And an exciting finish indeed. Congratulations to the Balmoral Hall Blazers, the number 2 overall seed in this tournament. Would have been surprising if they did not advance to the semifinals, and indeed they do advance, so we will see them later on tonight in the semifinal round. Meanwhile, for Boston, they'll head down to the consolation round, where they will take on the New England Hockey Club. That game will be at 3:30. And we will take a bit of a break here as we will get to the next game. That will be here on rink 2, a 12:15 start. It will be the Washington Pride taking on the Ottawa Lady 67s. So the next consolation game is next. We'll have it here on JWHL.org and YouTube. In the meantime, we are going to take a bit of a break and come back with consolation action here at the JWHL Championships for 2019. I'm Jamie. We'll be back in a bit.